Hello, Speed Gaming. I want everything. The race will start in a minute. I am Melon, the sole commentator of this race. Uh, and races are about to start in about 10 seconds or so from the race time. And yeah, we have two different races today, Gutsy and Meepy, which are I think, two pretty good runners. Yep. Should be anyway. Oh wow. Very lit. No. While we wait for a restream, or yeah, I guess while we wait. Oh, I guess because these timers not working. Okay, that's gonna be a fun thing. Uh, so yeah, these two races are pretty good at what they do. One of them also is one of the database, what people that work on the database. And but for now, we shall be going to the first alpha that someone always forgets. So if you don't know what Aim to our Rando is, the standard race basically has us basically with vanilla start and whatnot. But I missed that so bad. Oh, bombs! Oh no, bomb start. What I was gonna say is that the standard race has a bunch of just beginner settings, so I think it's just a bunch of beginner wall jumps and whatnot, and then so vanilla. What's different about AIM to our Rando and RDV compared to the original Rando that some people may know is that, as you can see, the Metroids may be randomized, which is why we got bombs as our first item. And that we need 10 DNA instead of killing all of them. So, I'm interested in how the first time being bombed is going to play out, especially since that means almost all of Golden Temple is opened up. It might have a little bit of divergence right now, considering you can go to the alphas or to the hub of Golden Temple, which is what we're seeing right here. But nope, maybe just doing the alphas. What else? Yeah. The missile and temple. Oh yeah, and we start with charge room. I totally forgot to mention that because charge beam is important and a very cool item in case you run out of missiles. For now, none of our. Yeah, you could speedrun the game. It's like glitzy does speedrun the game. But for now, it seems there's nothing much in A1 except our Metroid DNA that Meepy has gotten and is apparently forgetting about the last Metroid down there? Okay. Randomize the game. How can you randomize the game? You need you need the latest community patch and then, you need an RDV, which is the latest stable in RDV. Yeah. The game also has a built-in randomizer. I have played it. Also, hey look, Spider Ball. That's interesting. Yeah, this game has a built-in randomizer. It's great. But RDV is a bit better in that regard. in regards to randomization because it has all this, and that's how this is possible. Let's see, going for the IBJ, which only none of him has super. And now I'm going for the alpha up near the spider track. Up where you're usually supposed to get spider from. No, it's kind of weird that Golden Temple hasn't had anything except maybe Spider Ball, but that also can come into play later on because vertical movements can be very sparse, and yeah, the bomb jumping is really good too. With bomb jumping, you can do a lot of things with a logic, specifically going into places that you need high jump or space jump for pretty easily. I'm also kind of surprised. I'm also kind of surprised that no one has went into. I'm surprised none of these racers went into A2 first, since that's pretty open for them right now as well. But A1 also has a bunch of checks that you can do. It's thing. But with also doing A1, you also have to fight one little boss. It's called the Guardian. It doesn't have much HP as long as you don't have many missiles. Other than that, it's not much to talk about. What's he doing? Oh yeah, can check up here too. Just super. These, which they are going to pick up. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's a joke hint. Oh, that's why if you didn't know what to do. Okay, so that's a joke hint. Yay. So, that hints. There is a couple of step dogs in the game that look like what Glitzy just went to check with. That, Glitzy just stood there and checked for. Those give you the DNA. Those could give you where the DNA is, which are only on Metroids. Or it can just give you a joke hint, and, yeah. Some of them are funny, some of them are great. We all love our jokins. Yeah. Guessing now Glitzy's going to go to A2 or A3 since both of the places are opened up. A good chance that A2 or Hydro Station has the majority of checks. Probably has the majority? But I'm not entirely sure. Especially with 2 checks in the game that could very well be that are very well out of the way down in A3. Down towards A3. Well, not okay, not out of the way, more like just inconvenience. Just a missile in that room. And maybe going to fight Guardian now, which Might probably be an easier fight considering he doesn't have as many missiles. Yeah. He's going so fast the timer isn't moving. Yeah. Yeah, the timer and racing will be correct. So most likely we'll know. We'll know who finishes first. Most likely. That aside, Bitsy having our first visit to A2 and starting off with not very much. Oh, Ice Beam. Okay. Well, that's not very. That doesn't really get many checks. It is very much required to beat the game, so that's an interesting place for Ice Beam to be. And now Glitzy's going to check the Arachnus. Our second favorite boss in the game. Totally not the first. First goes to Sirius. Sirius, yes. Yeah, that's right. Our favorite Arachnoid. Well, not really super. And maybe going down to probably A2 or A1 or A3. Alright, what? Gonna check high jump room first? Okay. Interesting. The high jump, yeah. Not high jump room, the other one. This puzzle. Interesting. Alright, Ness having only unlocked power bomb. Oh, and for people that want to know, there is a super missile and a power bomb launcher. It's why you don't see the runners using either or at the moment. But they need to get super launcher and power bomb launcher to use both. To use either or. Which is also an interesting item because if they end up on supers, that means they could do a few other Metroids, and once they get a few other items. And the majority of the time, it's logically required to beat the seed. On the note of logically required, outside of Ice Beam, you well, preferably, you would want ice. You need plasma beam. You would preferably want plasma beam, any vertical movement, a suit, possibly a suit, and supers. Mainly because it makes most, if not all, the Metroid fights pretty easier. And lower A2 not having much of anything. At least not at the moment. Oh, I totally missed Meepy doing A3, which I don't think had anything of importance. Yeah. Logic requires supers and Omegas require supers and space jump. I think some of those Zetas require space jump because of how they need to be routed too, but that's a different kind of story. Maybe going down into A4? Yeah? No? Just checking the item there and then leaving. Interesting. No one likes to see super. Imagine super. That'd be like a different log. I think that's like a different log settings. Supers and Zeta. I think I've seen that before. That was terrifying. So, other than that, the Betsy is still opting to do bomb jumps to get around. Oh, power bomb jump. No. And maybe doing the 2 alphas in the research site. Which had one of them has nothing and the other might nope. No, maybe don't die. You're gonna give me a heart attack. Maybe you're giving me a heart attack, jeez. Anyway. The research site not having much of anything for our runners. I haven't really found anything, which makes me wonder if A3 has something, but Gutsy also coming back up for an item up here. Oh, Wave Beam. Interesting. Well, Wave Beam doesn't do much. It does provide a bit of more damage than just Power Beam and Ice Beam, so that's pretty good. No, surprisingly, we haven't seen any suits or any vertical movement yet, which means most of the breeding ground the breeding grounds here isn't in logic quite yet. That could also mean a industrial complex or A3 also has a few things that we would want. Let me be upping to go to A2 instead, so well, I guess we'll figure that out once Glitzy gets to A3. This is a very big possibility. Or it could be worse. It could be the one free. It could be one of two free checks in A4, in the tower. A4, or otherwise known as the tower, which could be very interesting if someone has already gotten that, and if another racer outside of these two have gotten that already. And Spring Ball. Okay. Well, not great. Interesting find for those two. Oh no. Well, we have an Omega requirement. Here we go. Well, at least one Omega's required, so at least we need supers. Maybe. Yeah, I have progressive suit in in A2 breeding grounds. That's okay. That's a little bit out of logic, especially when you could just when Betsy did the damage boost instead of the IBJ, but interesting nonetheless. That means our high jump and our space jump is somewhere, which are progressive, so we get high jump first and then space jump. So yeah, it could possibly mean our high jump's probably somewhere in A3 or A4. Super. That's the super. It still could be really anyone's game at this point, considering all things considered. There's not too much to do. There's not too much they've explored yet. I personally probably would have gone down to A3, but with what I've had. But oh, good to opting to go back to starting location. Interesting. And maybe going around the A2 loop, which there's not much hasn't been there's not much there to find except maybe a couple supers, which are really useful and once you get launcher anyway. Especially since Zetas take like 6. And maybe opting to go to the last save. And go to probably going down main cave to go get something from A3 or check A4. It doesn't really depend. Alright, I was doing research. Yep, research site. And also Gutsy doing good zips galore. as well. Alright, that's something there. Earlier. Oh, supers were required in the first place. Oh. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay. So our super launcher must be in logic somewhere. I mean, it depends on where. I didn't get to see the hint earlier either. I didn't get to see the hint earlier. So yeah, mining station. Not me. So we need our super launcher, at least. Not just logically, but like hard required super launcher. So we're gonna skip it on super launcher today, despite last week's being fun. Let's see. Being the two checks I didn't see earlier. Seeing what the other. Just a drop and probably just a tank. From what I figure. Oh, just two drops. That's yikes. Not glitzy opting to go to A3. There's not too much to do there, especially not logically because you don't have space jump, or that could be terrible and Teresa has space jump. Not too much to do. Oh wait, never mind. Speed booster. Okay, that's it. Splits for speed booster. I'm kind of surprised that maybe didn't pick it up earlier, especially with bombs in tow. So an interesting spot, nonetheless. Ugh, Teresa's dead. Just a PB drop. I'm sad. That's awesome to do the damage boost again to 80 to reading round. So maybe he's going to get his progressive suit out of logic in a moment. Well, let's see, is doing the gamma, exterior gamma down here. Which isn't a very bad call, especially since this gamma isn't too out of the way. Let's see, just a tank. This is a pretty rough start, all things considered, especially with only speed booster and progressive, and progressive suit. I can't speak. I think the saving grace for the suit right now is that you have Spooter Bowl. Oh, that's the same. All right, so there's high jump. Oh, that's disgusting. Actually, now that I think about it. And then you need. Yeah, you need high jump to get up there. That makes sense. And then, wow, high jump to get a progressive suit, which could be required to get something in it could be required to get something in distribution center. It's highly unlikely, but it could. Just a big drop at the moment. It's pretty. Gutsy could be a fair share ahead, all things considered, but we don't know what's in H4 yet, and that check could completely could completely see what the logic wants us to take. But as for now, pretty sure with that spider ball, that means you need to get a high jump up to the progressive suit. As of now. Especially with the speed being right there too. Which doesn't really do much logically other than unlike the lower half of A3 and doing one or two checks in main caves. And a sign. And maybe not doing the, well, maybe he's probably about to run out of breeding grounds and do the A3 loop himself. We get to see it. Let's decide what is in lower A3 because why not? I think in lower A3, unless you have lower A3 without speed, without any vertical movement or supers isn't really logical, but you can still check the gamma down here just in case because the logic tends to like this gamma as a DNA. So you can check this gamma anyway and see what it is. But it's just a missile thing today. Interesting. Where does the C want the runners to go? I guess lower A4? But what would be in lower A4? Because there's nothing up here in A3 at the moment that could make me think there's something here. And if there is something here, you can't get out of here because you need you need supers. I don't know. I'm taking a wild guess that the two free checks in A4 might have progression. It could be our supers, it could be a screw attack, or heck, it could actually be space jump. For all we know. I kind of highly doubt it's PBs. Nah, Skippy, get through the hole, please. Free Skippy. I highly doubt it's something in Zen. I highly doubt it's PB launcher in A4, but if it's PB launcher there, then it could mean that Genesis has something as well. Nope, just a PB down here. Figures. Where should we go? So that would, I don't, yeah. So lower A4 has to have something. The two checks in lower A4 that you can get pretty much instantly has to have something, but I don't really know what they could be. Especially when there's not much else left. It could be progression, and also, I don't, I don't think anything can be in this distribution center, can it? Especially with no, with only speed and high jump. I don't think anything can be there. Unless it lets you use Ice Beam to get to the lower part of distribution center. But even then, that's like gravity-less, so I don't think it would work. Oh gosh. Actually kinda concerning. And let's see, coming back to A3, probably thinking he missed something, but... Oh no, wait, you can do the breeding grounds here. I'm totally dumb. Oh my gosh. I don't... Hi, I haven't played this randomizer logically in months. Or, well, at least a month. I totally forgot you can come down here. Maybe. I don't have our resident logic expert to know because he's racing right now. It's great. Could be very much possible that something is also down here. Logically, because I don't think you need high jump. I don't think you need a. Oh, powerbomb launcher. Okay. Then something's definitely in one of the powerbomb spots, or in just A4 in general. No, that we have PB launcher. But I think we're gonna continue. Glitzy's probably just gonna continue doing this breeding rounds for possibly DNA hints and DNA itself. Then the only, yeah, the bad part about the bad part about having PBs now is that since you have bombs, you can't get any PB drops, which is kind of good, kind of bad. Yeah, it's not forgetting to start the timer, it's just it not starting on its own day. But we've had an interesting seed. I might regret having Jeff Gen, but it's whatever. Seeing how this seed is going interesting. As interesting this seed is. This is speed booster upgrade. Two Omegas being required today. Oh no. And southeast and the southeast gamma. That's neat. Lovely. That means both the gamma down here, this gamma that Glitzy is doing, and two of the Omegas in bubble layer are required. Can I blame Jeff now for getting this seed? Yeah. Let's see, it's two bubble layer Omegas required. We have the one down here. We already got the one that's down here. The two that are down here anyway. We got A3. No other progression in A3 other than PB launcher, which could mean A4. This has been a cedar, right? Especially since PB launcher doesn't do too much right at the moment, I think because it's only 2 checks. Yeah, we will. We'll blame Jeff. Yeah, totally. Um, Gutsy opting to get the E tank. Oh, me and Gutsy are like high-fiving each other. That means maybe just didn't do breeding grounds at all. I mean, fair because you can't really get in and out of it. Yeah, the sink. I didn't even notice. Uh, yeah. 33 minutes. Oh yeah, we are 33 minutes in. We haven't got anything really that good. Oh, so the ninth sink, but the speed boostering ahead. So where as of now, there's something has to be down here in A4. I don't really know what it could be. Just a missile. Just a missile behind the PBs. Not really on much of interest. Just a big drop. What do we? What do we need from tower then? Because we can, I think we can climb tower from. We can obviously climb tower with Scooter Bowl, which I don't think either one is just. Both runs are just gonna probably wall jump up. Or just speed booster up, whichever one I want to do. And you can climb up tower, or do tower itself, depending. Or unless you're just going to do one of the Zetas here, which, not, to be fair, it could, one of the Gammas here, which to be fair, it could be a DNA. Heh, nice joke, Hunt. Something has to be in Dark Maze now, right? I think so. There's PBs on the open side, and another PB tank. What do we want to... Chat, you need to help me. We need to... What are we meant to do? What are the runners meant to do, logically? Because I can't see it. Unless tester is logical, well... No, tester can't really be a logical requirement. Because... Oh, this game is DNA. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Never mind, that's why they were doing it earlier. I mean, it's easy to do. Speaking of gammas... Speaking of gammas, there's one logically that you can do with Spider Bolt, but I can't think of what else we can do. Unless... Unless... Oh no. Glitzy could have a lead. I only just thought about that. Since Glitzy got a PB launcher, that could mean that Guardian Storage has something. And that could be in logic. If this Gamma doesn't have anything, that means Guardian Storage has something, which is going to be a real fun time for Meepy. It's going to be a real fun time for Meepy to find out. Yeah, because we've had Guardian Storage since Breeding Grounds, yeah. So we've been able to do Guardian Storage since Breeding Grounds because of because of one of the things down there. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, we've been able to do it because because of the PB launcher. That's scary to think about. So it's very well possible that something is in Guardian Storage and neither runner knows it yet. And is opting to do more stuff kind of out of logic to keep track. Oh gosh. It's gross. And maybe opting to go from start, and I don't blame him. It could probably be that he thinks something is in breeding grounds, which fair, but also this seed's been a fun one, alright. It could mean okay. So what the thought in my process in my train of thought right now is that either Guardian Storage has something, or we've been meant to go down here where Glitzy is going for ages, and we just haven't done it yet. But also, could that even be logical? Is the question? Is more the question, really. Could it even be logical? Out vanilla, you go down through this entrance to get to here, but I don't know if it's even logical to do this. Maybe with Spider Ball, I think. Probably with Spider Ball you can. But that's so big of a. That's so big of a thing. That wouldn't make any sense. I guess we'll see if you need to go down to Lore DC or Guardian Storage. It really depends. I think maybe might be doing. Probably once they find these PBs, it's probably going to do probably do the DNA down here and then do Guardian Storage, which could have something of interest. On the other hand, DC could also the vanilla DC loop could also have something as well. I don't know how you're expected to get in and out of the Zeta, but I guess we'll figure that out eventually. I don't know how logically you're supposed to get in and out of the Zeta unless that isn't in logic at all, which would mean distribution center isn't in logic. So that would mean Guardian Storage has to be something, right? Am I missing something? I guess we'll kind of figure it out. Alright. I mean, question for the people in chat that know, is getting around that Zeta even logical at this point? The one in Distribution Center. I don't entirely remember. Hey, Alpha Squad, of course. So DNA on Alpha Squad, because that's like 5 checks. And we get to see what these 5 checks are anyway, so that's fun. It's fun as well. DNA, super missile drop, gravity suit, DNA, and a super missile drop. Okay, so gravity's down here. That could open up a few things, but I really need to know if, like, this is logical or not to be down here in the first place. I don't really know. I'm guessing. I really don't know, man. Yeah, almost. You'd almost say it's 100% right. Well, not really. You've seen almost every item, kind of. Just so confused. Oh, it's Spazer and... Okay. I looked away for a second. No. Seriously, only having Spazer Beam and, I guess Goodsey updated anyway because it's a decent alternative already to getting Plasma. So it's a bit of a safe... It's a bit of a safety net, which is fine. It is a bit of a safety net. It's a great safety net, kind of. Though you don't really have Plasma to help you get all the blobs. But, What I'm also thinking is that Space Jump could be at one of the, could be at the spiky spider bolt trial. Oh, and you need a ticket, and you need to do that to get to the another item in the Space Jump trial room, or it could just be in the Space Jump trial room too. Dang it. I forgot about Serious Jam. I'm sorry, Chad. Serious Jam. Let's go. Uh, yeah. Aim towards speaking again. Nope. The spiky spider trial has nothing. Ugh. What else could there be? Maybe doing the, I think, well, could be doing the tester loop, or not. No, wait. Good to know. Don't forget about that. Oh. Oh no. I get supers, so I have almost 20. I have 22 now. So at this point, either Glitzy just overlooked one item in there, or Jump Guardian has some? Or, yeah, Guardian Storage. It has to be Guardian Storage at this point, doesn't it? Because you have a high jump, Spider Bill, and Power Bomb, so you can get the storage. I don't think what Glitzy is doing, going down to the depths, is very logical, but it could be. There could be an item or two that could be logical down here. It can't be sure at this point, and it's just so weird. It's been so weird. And maybe going to check Guardian Store. Oh! Oh no. Oh. Guardian Storage was the play. Oh no. Well, maybe he has Screw Attack now, so he can get the DC very quickly and do a bunch of other checks. That also means he also has space. He could also get whatever is in whatever is down there in Distribution Center, and have Gravity Suit. So that actually could be a lead for maybe if he goes straight to Distribution Center. But probably opting not to do some other checks. I think Glitzy's slowly realizing that he needs to do Guardian Storage. Genesis could also be in Logic as of right now too, which is a little concerning. So Genesis could also have something. No, maybe opting to go to A4 for the check first, I guess. Interesting. Even though we already have a few things. I mean, it could be a check that could work out, but I don't think it could be anything. Nope, not at all. What is Meepy doing? Finally realizing that Guardian Store exists, so he's probably gonna go get. They're probably gonna go get that right now, which is, as we know, screw attack, which is a little ridiculous already. Let's see. No, don't skip screw attack. All right, so our runners are pretty much in go mode at this point, aside from I think a few. Well, no, our runners are not go mode. I forgot. We need supers. We need to keep looking for supers. Oh gosh. So supers could be anywhere. They could be in GMFC. They could be in, yep, they could be on Thoth. I'm probably Gutsy opting to do Thoth right now, while Meepy is doing Rightness, which we know is kind of nothing. Which we know is nothing, but with PBs it makes it much easier. Going to do Thoth. So, Supers could be here. Or it could be in another place in DC. That depends. Doesn't seem like it was there. Yeah. Ah, yeah! The aim toward Discord, yep. Go ahead and check out the aim toward Discord. Be sure to look at. Oh! Thoth had supers! Alright, that's gross. No Genesis required, which is kinda sad, but I don't mind that. Yep, super missiles. So that means it puts Gutsy in go mode. Which is kinda good, kinda bad. Maybe he's probably opting to do the Omegas right now? No. Wait, no. That would be funny if Genesis had Plasma. That's kind of actually, knowing the seat, how terrible it is already, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Genesis had Plasma. Actually. Or the other Omega that we don't have a hint for actually has it. Which could be funny. Either way. Or worse, Genesis has Space Jump. Actually, that is much more likely for Genesis to have Space Jump than it is Plasma. Probably because the other Omega that we don't have DNA hinted probably has Plasma instead. Either way, this seat is garbage. And has been garbage for the last 20 minutes. There's the DNA, so let's see, getting DNA and totally not missing this step job. I think I'm pretty confident Gutsy's in the lead at the moment, all things considered. But it could also be that maybe it could also just not care about DNA requirements, the requirements to do the Omegas, and just do them anyway. The only problem is that since supers have to be logically somewhere, which we already know is at Thoth, maybe has to check Thoth to be Has to check slots either right now or very soon. I'm curious of where that space jump could be, though. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, but he's going to fight probably the Omegas now, which... Why are you going this way? Why is he going this way? He could have just gone to A2, but... Whatever. Meepy getting his progressive suit from the Alpha Squad. And I'm probably going to get the other two DNA, the other DNA. So yeah, Goodsy's probably just gonna fight them anyway, because the Omegas anyway, because who cares about Space Jump when you can just blow up, you can just blow up the Omegas. Though logically, there's not much else left that doesn't need Space Jump though. So it's gonna be interesting to see how where Space Jump and Pleasant could be. Do something for a second. Again, hints for the puddle layer ones, which is high enough. Both the ones, this one and the other one is up north. This one. I mean, just. There's number one. There's DNA number one. I will say, since Gutsy is doing the Omegas right now, this is gonna be a very interesting Omega Queen fight. Especially with no other way of... Especially when Gutsy runs it on missiles. Or supers. Also climbing up the other thing. Meanwhile, maybe doing the gravity suit loop. I didn't probably find anything from what I'm seeing on the tracker. Nothing too important. You know, having to do this. Meanwhile, having to do basically damage and boosting off into the corner, or at least here anyway. And Glitzy going into labs. We got to see Queen in all her glory. While we do have a bit of reassurance from Gutsy on Gutsy's side because of Spazer, we're not entirely sure how Meepy's going to handle Queen when he gets there. But with Spazer and Wave and Tower, you can freeze the blobs, unlike... So you can actually have a way to refill your missiles and your health if you get low. The only kind of problem with that is that it only goes through one at a time. And that really shouldn't be a problem for our runners. And maybe deciding opting to not get the Spazer Beam. Not get Spazer or Light Beam or whatever they call in Metroid games. Maybe. Maybe. I didn't notice this, but whatever. Racers seem to have finished already. Not the ones in Restream. We're gonna keep going with the Restream. But seems like one of the other racers has finished. So it's a pretty, but as of right now, it's still a pretty, it's still going to be a pretty close race knowing everyone else, so we're still gonna keep going with this. And let's see, finishing with a 1-1-2-32. It's not, the race stream's gonna have to catch up in just a second. Yeah. And catch up in this. Maybe his audio very low? Maybe his audio is very low. I don't know how to fix that. But GG stick, let's see. And GG. This was terrible. The seat's already this is terrible. Well, I get to see where everything else was. Upper factory safety. Mining facility Gamma Nest. Oh no. No, and Plasma was the other Omega. Oh, it's so bad. So required supers for both the Plasma Beam and the Space Jump. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. I kind of thought that Plasma was going to be on the Omegas, but I didn't think that, oh... I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. Space Jump required for a... No, Supers required for Space Jump too. That's disgusting. It is good. I don't know if we're gonna get Gutsy in the speed gaming room, but I guess we'll figure that out when we get there. Yeah, we noticed. the timer decided to not do the thing, but the erase time does. Erase time will say that, yeah. Then 1, 2, 102, 32. Yep. Interesting. It also 20, almost what, an 8-minute difference between endgame and IGT. Not IGT, RTA. Yeah. Endgame time in RTA, which, eh. Still have two racers going, one of them not being restreamed, and the other being Meepy. So we will keep streaming for we'll be streaming for a little longer. If you want to get into the race time room, Bitsy, you can if you should, please. If you do not want to, that's up to you. It's completely fine, just up to you. And now Meepy's going to probably find supers pretty soon in... Where was it? Where are my supers? They were just on screen and then I forget it. Where are supers? Oh yeah, GMSC's off, yeah. There are supers in GMSC and probably going to finish pretty soon? Well, we'll see. Oh no, got to. Yeah. Uh, and Meepy's about to get supers just about now, which not a great spot for launcher, but it is what it is. Not gonna judge. So maybe he's probably gonna finish it pretty quickly. Hopefully. Especially since my... Oh look, let's see. My ears. Hello.
Hello.
The seed was Jeff. I have words for Jeff. But we'll figure it
uh,
out. This is so bad.
I I honestly don't know what to make of that seed.
Oh,
I guess besides super missiles, I don't really recall anything else being like really that bad. Besides, there's also like high jump being very obscure.
I am... Okay, I was trying to figure throughout the like basically for a good 20 minutes. I was trying to figure out if you going into like distribution center was logical or not, because it was like, so either something. So yeah, I was thinking either something has to be in distribution center or it's in Guardian storage, and yeah.
Oh my god, that sucks, man. My god, that's like I didn't think
So
about
we're
that. It's always the Guardian storage.
yeah, we're like
Yeah.
maybe you didn't check that and found it before you did, so I kind of knew where you needed to go, but you weren't too far behind. and then you
Yeah.
realized it, and it was like, go in there, please.
Yeah. Actually, I so the reason why I went to like Golden Temple is because I originally wanted to go to Top because I'm like,
Yeah,
oh crap.
yeah,
Some all those items don't really need that much logical setting anyway. But then I'm like, oh yeah, that's the Guardian storage.
yeah. It's
It's
Guardian Story.
it's so funny. It's so funny because it's like, okay, an entire area could have your progression or just this one check.
This one check has your progression, and suddenly, hey, look, screw attack. Wait a minute.
I'm like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me.
I think also one of the worst parts is that the mining facility station that maybe it's just not going to do the other one. The mining
Yeah.
facility station has your space jump. The gamma has the space jump, not the.
Oh my god. That is.
So YouTube basically have basically skipped over the entire. So basically, YouTube just didn't do the gamma, and you didn't get space jump because it was just sitting right there on that gamma.
So hold
Dude.
on. So that means that you don't have to go for Area 5 except for the DNAs.
Yeah.
Oh my
I think. Oh
god.
my
Oh
gosh.
my
I didn't think about
god.
that.
Oh my
Biggest
god.
Master Son of a Mega. Oh no. I didn't think about
Who
that.
yeah, who
Oh
gen this
no.
seed, by the way?
I think Jeff did. I blame
Jeff,
Jeff.
we're gonna need to talk later.
This seed sucks. Logic Sword, it's so bad. I don't know
Oh
if that
man.
would. I don't. I think the worst part is I don't know if that would mean if since it came up the mining station one came up first. I don't know if that means that we're supposed to be logically your high jump or not.
Wait, where was high jump again? Because I forgot.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, where was high jump? Sam. I remember it was I saw it in the credits and then it just went over me because I saw the other one and went, oh my gosh, it sucked.
Yeah, it's in a Metroid somewhere, but I forgot. It's
Yeah.
probably a Gamma or something. Um,
Um,
oh, probably BG3 perhaps. I don't know. I
I think
forgot, but yeah.
so. No, BG3 had power bomb launcher. And
Oh
that's the
yeah,
only, which is that was really weird. Like, and seeing like, okay, so BG3 has to have something, right? And then I see power bomb launcher. I'm like, okay, so it can't be that many things. And it just didn't click at that exact moment that Guardian story was in logic. And then I
yeah.
figured it out about 5 minutes later. I'm like, oh, wait.
That is so. Oh my god, this seed. This is the seed
Uh,
of all time. This is the
this is the
seed of all
seed of all
time.
time.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's like
gosh.
EP is close to finishing.
Yeah.
Goodness
I
gracious, like
I was contemplating like I think yeah once you guys I think it was about 30 minutes in I just started contemplating. I was like, is there something in A3? And then you went into A3 and you got speed booster. But then I specifically
right.
remember that maybe did the 2 checks before A3 and didn't get speed booster at the time. So he went into the thing, got the 2 free checks, and then went out. He didn't check speed booster. So he didn't have it
But
for the longest of time.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it can't really be anything, especially if maybe went there before, and then I regretted my words when I saw the speed
Yeah.
booster.
Oh, I'm gonna have to rewatch that one.
Oh no.
There you go, the last DNA.
The last DNA. The last Metroid. Well, not the last Metroid. There's still 10, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not 10. I think it's no, just 9. I keep forgetting that Queen's counted. I forgot.
Mhm.
Uh, what else? I did kind of. I didn't think. Why did you get the Spazer Beam anyway? curious about that one.
Oh, because I wanted to be able to farm for the queen, but I get what you mean. It was unnecessary.
It wasn't. I'm
I
not really.
because
That
no,
was
because yeah,
I didn't think it
because
was
at the time,
unnecessary, but
yeah,
at the same time, I'm like, but you're fighting Ceres, which is gonna take a little while too,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, huh.
No, because I feel like the reason why I picked up Spazer was because at the time I was thinking that, oh, I only had like these beams, which was like ice, charge, and wave. If I had
Yeah,
Spazer, I can farm queen, but it didn't occur to me, which should have, that I had bombs.
yeah,
I could have just bombed the queen, and you know
yeah.
what?
I mean, to be fair, farming stuff from Queen is probably better than just doing it all without bombs, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have that many supers. Which,
Oh, oh,
if
oh,
you have
but
a
by the
lot,
way,
it's not that bad.
yeah. Oh, by the way, how many super missiles are technically in logic? It's like all 20 of them, and then additionally with the launcher, right?
I think it's like 26. I think there's like
26.
26 in the pool.
Let's see. Because I
Maybe.
got 20.
Yeah. I'm
I got,
like,
I got 20 supers and before I got the launcher.
yeah, I get confused a little bit. I got the first time I did one of these seeds, then I found, oh yeah, hey look, supers. It's I gotta find supers eventually. It has 24. Um, huh. It's not good. Let me double
Yeah, it's
check.
not good. What meat is at the queen now?
Yep. I mean, there is 12 oh my gosh. Man, I love this game. I had, so literally one seed I did a long time ago with this preset was, I did 20, I had 24 supers without getting launcher and then 26. And I'm looking at the preset now and it's like, oh yeah, 26 missiles including launcher. Like, great.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, so you two almost have the max amount of super missiles. It's great. Yet
Uh-huh.
you don't even have half of the missiles in the game either.
Yeah. My God, man, the logic. I just
I this logic sucked. The logic for the seed just entirely sucked. There's just
yeah.
no getting around that.
Uh-huh.
This is one of the worst ones.
I can't wait for Meepy to get in here to listen to what he thinks.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
It was like one of the other racer that's doing it. I'm looking at their stream for a moment. They don't have screw attack, but they have all their DNA, which is interesting to me.
oh, really? Oh. Oh, right.
Yeah. One other person racing right now. Find it interesting though.
They are confused as well.
Yeah. No, they have space jump too, so I don't know why they're. Oh well. Figure that out when we get there.
Yeah, technically they don't need
Yeah.
like
Oh, the
screw
perfect
attack.
amount of ammo. I didn't notice that. I'm trying. Trying my best. Perfect amount of
Imagine.
ammo for Queen. Let's go.
Nice.
Impy just getting the baby. The baby.
baby.
The baby.
And baby.
The baby.
The
Let's go with the baby. Because baby.
baby. Ay, ay, ay.
Alright, welcome to the baby stream. Where we talk about the baby. Wait.
The
This isn't the
baby.
right place.
Oh man.
Goodness. I'm gonna see him finish in just a second. And race time, and then on stream. You're not? Meepy, no. Meepy. Meepy's a
GG's.
timer. Well,
It just says stop. Meepy finished at 1:20:56.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG.
Stop. You know what's better than stop?
Actually seeing the timer.
Dude.
Oh my god. I think if I can go back on the flood, I think it was like 123 on ledger. For ledger. I guess we shall wait for Meepy to get into call. Unless it, for some reason it just puts him into. Well, okay, we're gonna wait for a second then.
No, Laja, no.
Yeah. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, I kinda get. Hi, Meepy.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Meepy. So how's the scene? How was the scene?
It was okay. Where was high
Oh.
jump?
Oh, do you want to know where high jump is?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the gamma on the other side of the alpha that you had to kill.
That doesn't really narrow it down. Which gamma?
So you know
Mining
the gamma
facility.
in mining station, the
Oh,
one.
in
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That was high jump.
I think so.
Okay. That's.
I-
Scuba Attack was above Guardian and Golden Temple, yeah.
Yeah.
Guardian Surge.
Yeah.
I was.
Wait, no, wait, hold on. Meepy, how much did you check A5?
A5 basically full cleared.
Oh,
Except the
I
Zeta.
see. Because what I did was I full cleared A5 and then I figured out that there's like a couple areas I can check, which is like Thoth and Guardian Storage, and sure enough, those two have progression. So if you really think about it, if you could have just skipped A5
Yeah.
and only do A5 for the DNA, and then just go to Thoth and Guardian Storage.
Guardian Storage I did relatively early, and then I kind of just did a bunch of areas, not really in a particular order.
I
I then
see.
saw that Gala finished, and then suddenly you finished, and I looked at the map and thought, what check did I miss? That must have been so early that Gala finished so soon. And then it hit me, I completely am bad off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I was like.
I'm disappointed in myself.
I
If I went to like Thoth earlier, man, I could have like
Yeah.
had an easier time.
I
SM
I
is
think-
hard.
I think a lot, like, with both of you, it was like, I didn't even think about sloths for like a hot minute because there's so many other things you could do, and then
Yeah.
and then when Glitzy started going to sloths because there was nothing else to do, it's like supers could be here. I ate my words. And it's
I
like, yep,
honestly
supers.
completely forgot about it. When I got PBs, what my thought of process was, okay, I go to Guardian Storage first, then I go quickly kill Arachnis because I haven't done that yet. and then I see where I go from there. And then I got Screw Attack and just thought, okay, change of plans, we just go everywhere else.
Yeah. Just go everywhere else. It's fine. Thoughts totally doesn't have anything. Yeah, and totally not supers.
Yeah.
When Glitzy got supers, I was going to I was like, when Glitzy got everything else except supers, like, okay, so they're gold mode, and then I forgot about mining station, and then it hit me. Oh yeah, mining station exists. They need supers.
I was for a brief while considering going out of bounds for for mines, but then I thought, probably
That'd be-
faster just search for supers.
Yeah. Except when they're in thoughts, and that was fun. I think it would have been
Yeah.
worse if it was on Genesis. Honestly. Been worse.
Yeah, probably. I don't. Logically, that could have been because you had like 10 PBs at that point.
Yeah. I mean, you have enough
That
to
was-
kill Genesis, so.
Yeah.
And then Plasma was on the Omega. Then on the one Omega that wasn't
Yeah,
DNA.
I saw that
Okay.
very quickly. That
Like, well, whatever. And the one noticeable difference that you two did was that Glitzy got Spazer, and then you didn't. I'm curious of
Oh.
why you didn't.
for the sole reason
Well,
that I know
you had bombs.
I'm relatively proficient with Plasmaless Queen, and
Yeah.
I thought I'm already so much behind. I can't really afford the time based on fighting service.
That's fair.
And the only reason why I grabbed Spazer was because I forgot that I could use both.
Yeah, because you have Charge Beam from the beginning of the game. I forget
Yeah.
that I have Charge Beam half the time, and it's like, oh yeah, I have Charge Beam. It's me.
For me, my biggest problem was that I was just really nervous from the beginning, and so especially the early movement was really horrible.
I mean, it
Oh,
wasn't
no,
that
I-
bad.
My fingers just started so hard that I just completely missed the inputs, and I
It wasn't.
wondered how that happened. But
I mean, for like the early game, you guys are pretty like neck and neck with each other because you were checking the alphas, and Glitzy was doing the top of A1, and then you two switched, and then went to do Guardian stuff. So went through Guardian. So you guys relatively went through Guardian about the same time. Just one
that
after the
surprises
other.
me, to be honest. I did such a weird routing with going to Breeding Grounds first because I completely forgot that I probably should have more health for that one bottom alpha.
I might be wrong, but I'm relatively thinking you guys are like a minute apart from each other, minute or two.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, I'm relatively
Um,
happy with this. This is like, what, 20 minutes behind, I think, behind Glitzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Eight-
timer is just negative 15.
Yeah, so after
Yeah.
Glitzy finished, a few minutes after, I found supers, basically, and from there it was just go
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for Ledger because I checked his stream while you were finishing, and he had like everything done except Screw Attack, and he didn't.
Except
And he
Screw
didn't-
Attack.
He didn't have
Yeah.
Screw Attack. He
Oh,
forgot in
I-
his
I
Guardian
th-
storage.
I thought he was maybe searching for supers.
No, he had supers.
No.
Oh, that's bad.
He had everything else except Screw Attack, and I think Plasma or Spazer. Yeah, Spazer actually. Which was.
If he had Ice Beam, then at least he could have still done the normal route with Omegas, which isn't
I mean,
that much slower now.
you
because of
guys
pipe.
got Ice Beam like relatively really early, and it was logically really early anyway. So
That was
Yeah.
also my thoughts that when I went very quickly into hideout to check the DNA in the alpha, that I thought, okay, I might as well do this other check because we get Ice Beam so early that it could have been progression. And it
yeah,
wasn't the first time where I saw progression there, but this time it was just a PB tank or something.
no, that's something. Cause yeah, when you guys got Ice Beam, I completely forgot about it. Like, so when again, Glitzy was doing DC, and I didn't know if it was Guardian Storage or DC. And then when DC didn't have anything, it's like, well, it's Guardian Storage. Especially when you got the Screw Attack earlier than Glitzy did, but
Yeah.
you didn't do DC. So kinda had the advantage there, but also at the same
I kind
time.
of I kind of find it funny how Alpha Squad had like 3 or 4 DNA this seed.
Yeah.
It was
I think no, Alpha Squad only had 2, and then
no,
the
it
other.
had at least 3. I know because I was at like actually
No,
no, you might be right.
you were at 5, and then it
Yeah,
went
I
down to
was
3.
5 and then I had 2 in there.
Yeah, it was only 2 in Alpha Squad, and then the other thing was the progressive suit there. I don't know which progressive suit you're supposed to get first, the one in A2 or the one in Alpha Squad. I
I
didn't see that.
found the hint in the deaths also kind of just a little bit trolly because I was thinking, should I go to Alpha Squad first and then go to Hideout? Or do I just go to Hideout first because it's on the way basically after Vagnus?
Hmm.
And then I get to the Hideout hint and it's just, hey, DNA is an Alpha Squad.
Great! Cool, thanks. I love this game. Love the game.
uh, uh,
Man, alright. I don't know what else to talk about other than
nothing
Jeff, we
else.
have some words.
We really need to get someone who gens nice seats.
Yes. When
Oh
are we gonna
gosh.
have good seats? In these
Uh,
I,
days?
I kinda wanna invite TGC to Gen 1 just to see what he
Oh my god!
accumulates. It can't be worse than what we have so far.
It can't be, right? It
It
can't be
can't
all
be.
bosses required. It can't be, right?
That would be actually funny to get in a race seat though.
I mean, it could happen. That's the scary part. It could happen.
mm,
It could have vanilla ice beam, and that would be uh-oh.
that would be so bad.
But it's
That's
just
probably
in AM2 at least, it's kind of hard to get in all bosses required because Tester at least is like almost completely skippable except for one item. And you also just don't have a lot of required items in the game to begin with. Like you have Ice Beam,
yeah.
some kind of bombs, and some kind of... No, that's it I think actually.
Yeah.
And Vendor, I think you only need bombs and Ice Beam.
Huh.
And maybe supers if there's DNA and mines.
Maybe. But even then. Well, I guess you could. Well, with these presets, yeah, you need supers. My bad. I'm
Huh.
thinking, oh yeah, you could just out of bounds. Wait a minute, that's not in the preset.
I
Yeah,
guess
that
you could have some weird scenario where you have some boss who gives PB launcher, then another boss who gives super launcher, and Ice Beam
That
is
would suck.
just thrown somewhere.
Yeah. Or just behind Genesis, because why not behind Genesis? But the other
Uh.
funny.
Yeah, go on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you can
Yeah.
say whatever. I'm just.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was
Oh.
just clearing my throat. Yeah.
What else? What else could there be? I don't know. I don't
Nah,
know what else there
I
could
don't
be.
think. I don't think there's anything else.
I'm
Well,
just noticing, did you solo commentate this? I
Yeah.
thought Jeff was gonna join you, huh?
No, just set up and left.
I see.
Like I came into the setup VC with, oh yeah, you need to set up, and like, yeah, you're good to go. Okay, he left.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
I
bye.
thought you wanted to co-commentate, maybe not.
Maybe. Other than that, follow the runners and follow me if you ever want to see me do things. I don't know. And especially follow the runners because the seeds have been terrible and you need to watch them. You know. But yes, also yeah, see you next mission.
Yeah,
I
see you next
suppose.
mission.
See you next mission.